Hello and welcome to another episode of MVPete playing FM21 in the year 2033 at the moment, and it's our second, episode in charge of Dortmund. And a few things have happened. The end of the transfer window has come and gone, and we did make a few more signings, so we'll quickly have a little look-see at them. So first of all, we had Alejandro Talari from Pumas, Uruguayan international goalkeeper, 23 years old, came in on a snip at £10 million. And my intention was to bring him in and immediately loan him out because I was like, what, 3-star goalkeeper, he's young, and he's pretty good. I mean, he's only 6 foot. I think that's the only thing where I'm like, but he's got potential. But apparently, nobody wanted him. So this may be an issue because now I've got 3 goalkeepers all expecting game time. So that's not going to happen. So keep an eye on this space because he might not stick around. Other than that, we had a bid accepted for Roberto Carlos. Not the Roberto Carlos, as in Roberto Carlos, who was playing at Olympique Lyonnais and had been there for some time since he moved over from Brazil. 25 years old, 4-star current ability, attacking midfielder. Basically, really important competition for Giovanni Reina. He's only 5'3", so he's a little maestro, but he's got 20 flair, and we love to see that in attacking positions. He has unfortunately got himself injured very quickly, though, so we might not see him today, but maybe he'll make a bit of a recovery. I don't know. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks with a hamstring strain. Let's hope that's not a sign of things to come. Eh? But yeah, £55 million was a decent chunk of money, but he's a pretty good player, and honestly, we really have struggled this transfer window in getting the players that we want. We had the money, but like I said, they just didn't want to join us. They didn't think we were good enough. So to be able to bring in a player of this caliber, I had to take it. I really had to. The players that were interested in coming along, I mean, we had bids accepted and we gone in for transfer negotiations and wage demands and things. And then it just seemed like other teams came in over the top of us. And they decided to go in a different direction. So, for instance, Real Madrid's new left-back, Mario Diaz, who is at Monaco, who I wanted back in Juventus days, £25 million we had a bid accepted for, and I was over the moon until Real Madrid came in over the top and took him away from us. I was really salty about that one. There was a few instances of that. I know that Bayern Munich took a player from us who, yet again, I was really upset about, Rasmus Pavlov. Yet again, he would, if we'd have got him, we wouldn't have got Roberto Carlos. So, 23-year-old German international, and yet again, £34 million. An absolute snip from Hamburg. He would have been amazing for us. But no, he wanted to go to Bayern Munich, like every German footballer wants to do. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, you want to play for Bayern Munich. And we need to take that kind of gravitas away from Bayern Munich. That's part of the aim of this, of our job really here at Dortmund over the next few years, is to bring them back into contention and dethrone Bayern. I mean, I know they didn't win the league last season, and it was the turn of, where have they gone? Hertha. But it's mad how long they've been dominating this league. And for Hertha to come in, it's definitely a one-off, I think. Because I know they've got a good, strong squad. We've seen them in the Champions League. They have sold this year, so I thought they posed more of a threat than they have so far. We are currently top of the table, as you can see here. 10 points from 4 games. 3 wins, 1 draw. We drew last time out, actually, if we look at the schedule. So, what did we watch? I can't remember what we watched now. But either way, we've played Mönchengladbach in the league. We won that 2-1. Goals from Reina and Santiso. Santiso, by the way, is loving this league. He's the top goal scorer so far. So, nice to see him hit the ground running, really. I mean, very important for a striker to do so. 4-0 victory against Hamburger SV. Goals from Santiso, Terranova, Bellingham, and Antho. So, yeah. And then last time out, we had a 3-3 draw against Dusseldorf. And, yeah, I mean, this was a difficult one. It was only a few days prior to this game against Ajax in the Champions League. by the way, we've got Ajax in the Champions League. Goals from Gielen, Santiso, and Antho. Brought on... by the way, Antho, I think it's pronounced Ancho. So we're going to go with that. I did some research and I didn't really get an answer, but apparently the X is like a CH, so it's like an Ancho. Ancho. We'll go with that. It's definitely wrong, isn't it? But yeah, he came on late in the game and managed to get us a vital goal right at the death to save us a point. By the way, we were down to 10 men at that point because as I mentioned, Roberto Carlos had gone off injured and I'd already made my substitutions by the 81st minute. So Ancho really came on and snuck a point for us. I could only imagine how furious Dusseldorf would have been. But yeah, this was a much rotated side, and on the back of that performance, there's work to be done in the depth of this squad. But we've got pretty much a full team. That's a lie. No, we don't. Let's go into this game against Ajax, and I'll show you what we've got to work with right now, because there are some injuries, and we're not fully there. Tite is an unfortunate one. Salim Atalay, I'm really gutted he's not available for this game because he's very much our starting right back, and as you'll see, our other right back he's not as good. Jonathan Gomez. 2-star current ability. He's only young, but he's got 19 caps for Uruguay. I mean, he's okay. He is okay, but he's not really what you want to be going in with in your first game in the Champions League. I'll show you the Champions League group while we're in the game, but I think this is the lineup we're going to go with. So we're going to have Deleuze in net, a back four of Gomez, Candan, Bonneu, and Paulo, a midfield three of Bellingham, Ruiz, and Reina, and a front three of Terranova, Santiso, and Ancho. Bellingham in midfield for Tite, and then obviously Jonathan Gomez at right back. And our other centre-back as well, Gurin, isn't quite fully fit, so I thought rather than put him in at the deep end while he wasn't fully fit, bring on Mehmet Kandan, and he can get some international experience, so that'd be nice. I did make a boo-boo, and I'm usually very careful about this because it's an annoying part of Football Manager these days, and it's the registration for the squads. And the German league is fine. You can basically register 99 players and whatever. It's very simple, so that was a breeze. However, the Champions League squad is a bit more stringent, and everyone's really unhappy about how I've dealt with Tom Simpson, as I didn't include him in the Champions League squad. And you're going to say to me, Pete, who's Tom Simpson? And that was my question, because he's actually in the B team. He's not part of the first team squad. So, I was taken aback, for sure. Where are you, Tom Simpson? You could be around here somewhere. There you are. So he's an American right back. He's 21 years old. He's got 19 caps for America. That's pretty cool, right? He's a 2.5-star, 2-star current ability player. I don't understand. I understand maybe a little bit that he was complaining. But why is everyone agreeing with him? I don't know. So, club morale is not at where it should be. Put it that way. But he's also not good enough to make me kind of change my mind. I mean, I'm going to have to try and squeeze him in January so everyone will shut up. But I don't know. Very weird. Very weird. But anyway, let's get into this game against Ajax. We are away, so this is our first away European fixture, and it's probably not going to be an easy one. Ajax are a team that can turn it on, especially at home. They've got Joey DeMoge up front, who was a player I had been looking at. So just to give you an idea, if I was thinking he'd be good for us, that's how decent he is. 4-star current ability player, 28 years old, 8 caps for Denmark. The Netherlands. Good pace, good finishing. I think what turned me off was he was a little bit too expensive. I mean, I know I've got piles of cash, but do I really want to be spending the better part of £100 million on a 28-year-old who, isn't the best. He's good, but he's not what I would consider £100 million good. And he's only ever played at Ajax, so very untested in different countries. So they have good players. This is not going to be an easy game. We are going to go positive, and we are pretty much running this formation probably for this season until I can get more transfers in and mix things up a little bit, just because there are different systems I want to try, but I very much feel like the players we have don't lend themselves to it. So I don't see the point in trying to force them into a system that's not beneficial. We may as well work with what we've got for now. Reina here on the first highlight with the corner. Comes in. Santiso on the full volley there. Puts us ahead away at Ajax. And the Dortmund faithful behind that goal go crazy. I do really like this Dortmund kit. It's very nice. So a missed header there, allowing Santiso to hit it on the volley. And the goalkeeper really doesn't stand a chance there. A lovely start, really. We're averaging possession, but I'm going to drop it to balanced. I'd like to perhaps have a bit more than half, just so we've got the ball. They can't play with it. Ancho's played in Santiso, and Santiso's got the second of the game. Ajax are not performing here. A lovely ball from Ancho, and Santiso is really enjoying playing in this Dortmund shirt. Definitely a bit more than United, that's for sure. We've seen this a few times from Ancho. I'm pretty sure we saw it last episode as well. That ball over the top for Santiso to run onto. Nice little partnership occurring there. See if we can keep that up. It seems like to me, if we play it down the right with Reina and Ancho, Terranova can move in, and then Santiso's just lethal up front anyway. So 2-0 at half-time. Very pleased with that. And Ajax, to be fair to them, can feel a little aggrieved. They've got a better XG than us somehow. So I'm going to say I'm very happy with the performance, because we've got a lot more than what we deserve, really. I mean, 2 great finishes from Santiso. Really putting the crown and glory on this one. Ajax here with a throw-in. It's headed away to Turner. It's that Santiso flying in there with the challenge. Things we love to see. Ashley Turner's got a goal back there for Ajax. Settled by Joey Demoge. A great name, by the way, Joey Demoge. Yeah, we just don't close them down quick enough here, I think. But to be fair to Turner, he takes it outside the box and gets it in the top corner, so you don't really save those. We're getting ahead on possession, which is nice, but Ajax are getting away with more and more shots. So I think we're going to go back to cautious. If we praise everyone... Oh, Bellingham's tired. Let's rectify that now. I think Chekalam's kind of the guy here. Unless we drop Reina back. Yeah, we'll move Reina back and bring on Gielen, who had a good game out last time. So that's what we'll do, I think. Don't think Boruski's the one we want, or Chowdhury. He is good, though. Yeah, let's bring on Volker for Terranova, because Terranova's really not done much today. So we'll make those 2 changes and keep an eye on everyone's fitness. Deep free kick here for Ajax. It's headed just wide. It was offside, but we need to not allow them those kind of chances. Yeah, as you can see here as well. Actually, I'm not sure if my face will be here, but our Champions League group is as follows. We've got Paris Saint-Germain, who you can see are beating Brøndby 5-0 after another goal from Mason Greenwood, and Ajax. So I very much expect to finish ahead of Ajax and Brøndby. Whether we finish above Paris Saint-Germain is yet to be seen. They have got a bloody good side. So, I mean, Mason Greenwood's there, so they're obviously really good. Tiring players on the right-hand side of the pitch. I think I'd rather change the right-back situation, as he's got a yellow card. But does anyone else play there? I guess we can move one over. If we move Kandan over to the right and then bring on Gurin, and we'll go with that. That looks good. Yeah, we like that. So we'll ignore the swap for Ancho, because we'd rather shore up the defence here and see this one out. Very much attacking formation from Ajax. We're in the kitchen sink at it. But we get away with it. 2-1 in the end. 2 great goals from Santiso. Lovely assist from Ancho in there as well. And Ajax could not claw this one back. So that's really good for us. Because we'll be beating Brøndby away and home. If we can hold on to a draw against Ajax, and as long as they match our results against Paris Saint-Germain, we're looking pretty good for this Champions League group. That was probably the most important game in it, to be fair. I mean, we have to beat them at, well, a draw at home wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But I think we've put ourselves in good stead here. Juventus drawing at Chelsea. Let's have a little look at the other Champions League groups, because it's going to be a spicy season, I think. We'll praise Santiso because he's been great. I love his goatee. It's great. You were superb. You're my guy, Santiso. I mean, he scored 6 goals in 4 appearances so far. He did 13 in 20 for Cadiz when he was on loan. Yeah, United never really gave him a fair crack. He only ever played for them 7 times, and he only scored once. So, yeah, I mean, it might have been a bit of a gamble from Dortmund here, but I think it's paid off. So, yeah, let's look at the Champions League groups here. There we go. So, if we show the group stage, that's the one we want. All groups. So, we've got Barcelona, City, Celtic and Slava Prague. Our group in Group B. Group C is Ghent, Chelsea, Juventus, and Dynamo Ghent. Currently topping the group after the Chelsea and Juventus draw. Did Juventus sell any more players? I don't think they did somehow. Oh yeah, Abrahamson went to Chelsea. I wonder if he played in the game. We'll have a look at that in a sec. No, nobody else got sold. Let's have a little look at that, because I would love it. I mean, he obviously didn't score, but would have been cool. In fact, why don't I just do this and go to the old schedule? Where are you? Chelsea. He didn't play. Obviously, he came off the bench. They gave him the number 6, so they must rate him. I never did. I don't know. But yeah, a very good start in the Champions League group for us. Juventus are playing a 4-4-2. I mean, I know Douglas is a good attacking player, but I mean, I love it. Why didn't I think of that? I mean, clearly it doesn't produce results because it didn't beat Chelsea, but Popovic in ahead of Uli Hein as well. Some bold decisions being taken here by the new manager. Wow. I mean, I'd never set up my my Juventus side this way. But, yeah, weird. Very weird. Let's think about where we're going to come back. So, we have got some important league games against Wolfsburg and Bayer Leverkusen. So, they're currently 15th. Let's look at the league. Are they any good? Wolfsburg 13th. And they've been mediocre for a while. And then Leverkusen, very up and down. 4th the season before last and then 8th last season. We'll just come back for Paris Saint-Germain. We'll make it a Champions League video, why not? So yeah, let's see if we can get some points against Paris Saint-Germain. So we've played 3 games since Ajax and won 2 but lost 1. A hard away game at Wolfsburg that we ended up losing 3-2. We threw away a 2-0 lead, which I wasn't too pleased about. As you can see, we've had to play Terranova up front due to an injury to our main man, Santiso. So, not ideal, that game. But the other 2 we did okay in. Ingolstadt, we beat 2-0 at home very comfortably. This was the game that Santiso picked up a knock-in, but he scored in this from a penalty spot and Terranova from the wing. And then we backed up our defeat against Wolfsburg with a 4-0 domination of Bayer Leverkusen. They had a red card early on, and then it was plain sailing from there, really. Reina pretty much giving us the lead immediately after that red card, and then 2 from Ancho, and then a late one from Volker. I've decided I'm going to call him Volker at all times because there's absolutely no way in hell I can pronounce his surname. I mean, if it wasn't double-barreled, I wouldn't be able to pronounce either half. So I'm never going to win, am I? So, yeah, he's now Volker, so that's cool. Paris Saint-Germain, they've won the league every year bar one since we did since we started in this save. So they're pretty dominant in the French league. Hardly surprising, but they really do have some world-class players. We've looked at Paul Pummer, great name by the way, for a long time, and there's just no way he's going to come to us. So despite the fact he's German, he's got 20 passing, 19 vision. This guy's team of the year material. He's that good. 72 caps for Germany. I mean, I'd love to have a guy like him, but it's just not happening. And there's going to be a few faces we recognise from our Champions League adventures with Juventus. Madi Ag, we've played against him before. I distinctly remember him being a pain in the arse. Yao Menga, he came from United. I remember playing him against United. He was awesome then. Tommy Lindberg, Finnish midfielder, amazing as well. I mean, I think the past 4 players we've looked at have had 100% scout ratings. And who can forget Gert van Dijk, the one we missed out on at Juventus? And yeah, this PSG team is something else. I'm not too sure who they've got up front. Oh, a 31-year-old Mason Greenwood. He's going to be pretty good, isn't he? They paid United 141 million for him 8 years ago. Not 10 years ago now. Wow. He scored a few goals in that time. And he's got no signs of letting up. In fact, he's having a stormer of a season. 7 goals in 7 appearances so far. So I'm not really expected to win here. They still have Mbappe, by the way, obviously. Yeah, I'm not expecting a win. But I'd like to be competitive. If we can somehow sneak a draw, I would be absolutely thrilled with that. But you never know. We are at home. Stranger things have happened. So, team today is going to be Deleuze in net, a back four of Selim, Bonnieu, Gurin, and Paolo, a midfield three of Bellingham, Ruiz, and Reina, and a front three of Terranova, Santiso, and Ancho. Santiso returning to the side after his injury. He's not fully match sharp yet, but after having played Reina and Terranova up front, they're just not the same. We need a real striker as backup, because if Santiso gets injured again, things won't look good for us. I tell you that. So, without further ado, let's get into this game, because Dortmund is a really hard place to go. They've got an incredible stadium. They've got the big yellow wall. They've got some of, if not the most passionate fans in European football. So maybe we'll be leaning on this home fortress that we have in this game. Ancho with an early free kick here. Puts the ball across for Bonnieu. Bonnieu heads over. Bonnieu already on a yellow card. That's concerning. That's very, very concerning. We don't want our centre-back to be on a yellow card 2 minutes into the game when you're facing Paris Saint-Germain and the attacking talent that they have. Bonnieu can pick it up, playing it between him and Gurin, all the way back to Deleuze. What can we create? Ruiz to Paolo, to Bellingham, Terranova. This is good passing play. Terranova cuts inside. Finds Ruiz. Ancho on the right now. There's an overlap if you can find him. Selim has it. Cuts inside the box. Ball across for Santiso. And Santiso has like the easiest tap-in ever. What a ball from Selim there. Great work down the right-hand side from him and Ancho. And it was just a lovely run into the box. And it's these dangerous balls that these wing-backs, not wing-backs because I don't want wing-backs, but full-backs can put in. Just cuts the defence and the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper doesn't want to commit. But the defenders are not close enough. Another highlight here. Ancho clears away to Santiso, who gives it away to Gert van Dijk. Paris Saint-Germain looking to equalise here. Menga has got space to run. Finds Pummer. Tackled by Bellingham, but Ag can pick it up again. We're not winning the second balls here, despite the tackles. Menga's through and Menga scores. Yeah. They got lucky with some of those rebounds there. That was unfortunate. We made some really good tackles. Really solid defensive work there from Paolo. But just the rebound here off Gurin. I don't know what... All four of those players were in such close quarters there. Very odd. But they come away with the goal, and it is 1-1. Yet again, I will still take a draw. I would have taken a draw 1-0 up. So this isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, I think you can see from this Group B here, we'd be clearly in the driver's seat if we can get a point here. Because I don't expect Ajax to be able to get anything out of Paris Saint-Germain. See if we can put on a worthwhile display. Terranova's knackered. What's happened to him? Is he injured? He is. Oh, that's just what we need. An injury to Carmelo Terranova could prove costly in this season. So we're going to bring on Volker, who's not been bad. He's been scoring some goals, so I've got some faith in him. His finishing is abysmal. Really bad. Nothing on Terranova. But we're going to have to bring him off. There's no point in leaving him on and potentially aggravating it worse. So we'll do that for now. I think we'll encourage the players. Yeah, that made them happy. We have got possession advantage. Let's see what happens if we go positive here. Not a lot is happening here. I'm kind of okay with it. I think they are as well. They are playing a holding midfielder. 10 minutes to go. And we're going to make our final two subs. We're going to bring on Gielen for Reina. And we're going to have to bring Bellingham off. So in that case, we'll move Reina back. Bring Bellingham off. Gielen can play behind the striker. And I don't really want to change it. I think that's everything. So we'll go with that. Insta highlight here. Salim with a free kick to Reina. Ruiz. I don't even know if the substitutions have taken place here. Ruiz collects the ball again. Ancho's in behind. He could score here. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Ancho, that was your chance. That was a big, big chance. Definitely the biggest chance of the match, really. Both sets of midfielders are getting rather tired here, and it does finish 1-1. And I'm not mad. I'm actually pretty pleased about it. I know we took the lead, and they scored a kind of fluky goal. I don't know how it messed up. It put Gielen in midfield instead of Reina, so that's unfortunate. But hey ho, at least it was no harm done. Apparently, that was the right thing to do, was to tell them that we should have beat this Paris Saint-Germain side. So, oh well. Yeah, puts us in a good position anyway to qualify from this group. 12 days to 2 weeks for Terranova. That's not great. That's really not great. So if we look, what games are you going to miss? Mainz, Frankfurt. And he should be back for Brøndby. We should be able to cope these two league games without him. Here's hoping anyway. I think we'll come back for Leipzig in the German Cup. And I guess Hertha Berlin is going to be our first big... Well, between them and Bayern Munich. One of the first big challenges in the league anyway. Bear in mind, we've already lost against Wolfsburg, who aren't the best these days. No, finished 6th last season and have been very mid-table for a long time. So, yeah, that bodes well. Anyway, I've been MVP. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time when we take on that team, Leipzig, in the German Cup. Bye for now.